It's late summer, which is pretty much the best possible foraging time for me. Let me tell you why. Everything you'll see today is in the rose family. I don't have a blooming one right now, but I do have a rose. They're not budding right now in any regard, but here I have my raspberries and some strawberries. And I'm not sure, this might be a salmonberry, but I kind of feel like it's a mixed breed. Loganberry is what it's called. So we will see. It had some very interesting flowers, so I plucked it in here, and it's been growing, but it hasn't exactly come up with anything interesting yet. I kind of imagine everyone knows what a blackberry is. They're not from here, but they're an invasive species. They pretty much grow on everything and have big brambles that get huge if you let them, and have big pointy spikes and blackberries. Aggregate berries like the blackberries here are the ones with these little ovaries all around them. That includes strawberries, loganberries, salmonberries, tinto berries, and in fact, here in the Pacific Northwest, they are all edible. The only exception to this is on the other side of the Rockies. Apparently there is an aggregate berry to a related rose family bush called golden seal. So do be careful if you are not from here, of course. Look at them. And I have a lot of blackberries to choose from. As far as the light touches, pretty much. This here is actually a salmonberry, but it's no longer harvesting or blooming time. They're a lot like a blackberry, but more in a singular stalk of bush. And then they have these little tiny things, and then of course yellowish, orangish fruit. And it looks like underneath the salmonberry, you can see a little bit right there, you have this marionberry. So marionberries are a lot like blackberries, close related. They have smaller, more longer fruit, and it's kind of interesting because they also grow in a similar fashion, this more long, stringy little vine, very close to the ground. This here looks like a really good example of a marionberry, actually. One of the older ones, you know, that are able to gather some bigger fruit. Looks like it's just clung underneath some stuff. Dropped that berry, it was a little slimy. Sat there too long. But yeah, like you can see how they kind of come out into a cone a little bit further. And this is a nice, healthy example of a thimbleberry. It's got this more maple type leaf. Everything's a little bit fuzzy as opposed to anything stabbing you. And they have these really red, very similar to raspberry berries that are very, very delicate. They don't last long. I already covered the ones I have here, and I'm sure they look worse for wear. There they are. Yeah, they break very easily, and they're also extremely hard to get the plant to transfer. So pretty much if you find it in the wild, that's that. Here's another really nice one here. Come here, you go. And they taste a lot like raspberry, and they're kind of also fuzzy, the berries. Let's see if I can, there we go. That's a thimbleberry. I assume because you have to be very delicate with them. Honestly, they're just kind of the starter Pokemon of foraging.